Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to another episode of News Dose where I keep you up to date on all of the latest gaming news. And this is a special episode where I recap State of Play, which just ended. And there was a lot of different things they showed. Some odd, some interesting, while others is very exciting. The first game they showed was Humanity, which based off the first glimpse they've shown us, I think it's okay to say I was a little bit more than just confused as to exactly what Humanity is. It appears like it's some kind of puzzle game where you may be directing a group of people to an end destination, and along the way there may be several obstacles including enemies that are trying to kill you. As of this moment it may be a little confusing, but it is being developed by Enhance, which made both Rez and Tetris Effect. Both of those ended up being good games, so Humanity might be worth keeping an eye out for. Humanity is coming sometime in 2020. The next thing they showed was the highly anticipated Call of Duty Modern Warfare and its single-player campaign. Of course, Black Ops 3 didn't have a story at all, so this seems to be Activision and Infinity Ward trying to make a point by focusing on the story right before release. But one thing that may be dominating the headlines for the next few days will probably be that Special Ops Survival is exclusive to the PlayStation 4 for an entire year. I'm not really a big fan of these type of deals, and I feel it's just kind of unnecessarily locks a lot of people out of content. Nonetheless, the campaign is looking pretty good, so let's hope it's as good as it looks. Modern Warfare will be out on October 25th. Moving on, from the creator of Katamari and Nobi Nobi Boy comes Watham. It's coming this December and confirmed by the developer Phenomena, and I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but it will also be coming to the PC. I've never really played the Katamari games myself, but it appears like Wattam is about reconnecting friends and people. This is done through a number of different ways, and it just seems like it's a colorful, cute, but odd game. For you Katamari fans out there, I hope you're excited for this one. The font in their logo though, I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't figure out if those were T's or N's at first. I was like, is this pronounced Wanam or Watham? Well anyways, Watham is coming in December of this year. Okay, so this next one is actually pretty cool. Arise was announced and it looks like one of those touching, heartfelt games, and it kind of reminded me a bit of Journey a bit. At the beginning of the trailer, we see the protagonist is dead and the village or family is having some kind of memorial for him where they burn his body. The next thing the protagonist knows, he wakes up in a snow-covered world. He then appears to be making some kind of journey through several beautiful lands. I suspect this is some kind of afterlife and it'll surely be an emotional ride. Now we just need to wait and see if they can deliver on its promise. And there's no release date as of this moment for Arise, but I'm definitely excited for this one and I think it looks really good. In other news, PlayStation VR got some more titles shown. They had an in-depth look at LA Noire, which is actually out right now, so rather than hearing me talk about it, you can go check it out this very moment. And they also showed a little montage of some upcoming PlayStation VR games, such as Gorn. It looks a bit odd with the big bald muscly men, so I'm not really too sure about that one. But Espire 1 VR Operative looked a little better, and actually it looks really good. And this one, the developers are actually saying it's like GoldenEye meets Metal Gear Solid. So right away I was sold on that game, and seeing it in action today, it just looks even better. They also showed Stardust Odyssey, which is a sci-fi space shooter, and I think that these type of games always fit pretty well in the VR space. Then there was After the Fall, which apparently is about an alternate reality where there is a second ice age, and for some reason there's zombies in the ice age, but it still looks like a pretty cool game. And then lastly, they showed some kind of dancing game that was called Space Channel 5 VR, kinda funky newsflash. Very long name, but you know, whatever. I don't really know what that one was, but overall I think there is some pretty good looking games coming to the PlayStation VR this year. I'm especially looking forward to Espire, but that's just me. After showing all those PlayStation VR games, they finally gave us an update on MIDI Evil, which will be releasing in October. A demo is available now which gives you some kind of exclusive helmet, so go check that out. But I have to say, I think this one's looking pretty good, or at least much better than what I originally thought it was going to be. For a long while, I was a bit concerned about MIDI Evil, but it looks like it actually might be a good game, and I think I might actually have to try this one out. Civilization 6 will also be coming to the PlayStation 4, which will be the first time ever a Civ game makes its way to the PlayStation. Of course, this is a fantastic franchise, so hopefully PlayStation players like this one, and hey, maybe if it sells well enough they can get the newest games too, such as Troy. Nonetheless, Civ 6 does come with all the expansions, and better yet, you won't have to wait too long to play it on November 22nd. One other small game was shown, which was After Party. Another thing about this game that's so exciting is that it's being developed by Night School Studio, and I like how they ended this trailer with them calling them the very talented Night School Studio because, well, it's true. They have a unique art style to their games with collars and the little speech bubbles, but they also developed Oxenfree. This game in particular, though, seems to have a lot of humor in it, so I think it'll probably be worth checking out as a good Halloween game. It is, of course, releasing October 30th after all. Now I'm going to go over these next two pretty quickly before getting into the final games shown. Two PlayStation Plus games were revealed for October, which was The Last of Us Remastered and MLB The Show 2019. I actually don't own the remastered version of The Last of Us, so I'm going to have to get this one absolutely because the first game was stunning to say the least. Also, if you're excited for Death Stranding and you're thinking about getting the PlayStation 4 Pro and don't have one, PlayStation is making that rather simple for you with a limited edition Death Stranding PlayStation 4 Pro. Now the last game they showed, of course, was the big one, The Last of Us Part 2. Of course, the first game is considered a masterpiece by many, and I just briefly discussed that just a second ago, especially when it comes to its narrative though. So it is a highly anticipated game, but one thing about the trailers they haven't shown so far is the protagonist from the first game. Joel was never in any of the other trailers, until today, where Joel makes an appearance at the end. Based off the trailer, I'm not really too sure this is going to be a happy reunion either, and it seems there could be a hint of remorse on Joel's face, but hey, maybe Ellie still doesn't actually know what Joel did at the end of the last game, and I'm not going to reveal anything in case she didn't play the first game, but whatever the case may be, I expect this little duo to be very interesting with a lot of tension in the second game. A part of me thinks a lot of the things that they've shown so far with Part 2 is a little too dark with the torture aspects, but from a character aspect, I'm dying to see more of Ellie and Joel together. Anyways though, that's it for this recap, but hope you all enjoyed State of Play. If you like this video, hit that bell notification and subscribe button. Peace out.